Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Self-Made Society podcast. I am your host, Kaylee Elliott, and I'm a little bit nervous, but also very excited for this episode. So, first of all, I'm going to record this on the audio, but I don't know if it's actually happening. So, make sure to check the show notes after you listen or before you listen if you want to go listen to it on the YouTube channel. But I am recording in video format for the first time ever to post a video and like the podcast episode on my YouTube channel. The setup in my room is not the best. My cat is currently playing and is in a goofy, silly mood, and she's meowing constantly. So if you hear her, that's what that noise is. And my dog is sleeping. So that's basically how life is going right now. Today, honestly, was not the best day, like, in a while. Ever since the breakup, like, obviously, I had a few weeks that were, like, just getting used to it and were pretty rough. But now, like, I'm doing really good. Today, I think I'm just, like, really overly exhausted, stressed about a few things, and, like, that's okay. But I also need to learn how to just not feel like I need to control everything. So that is a little life update. There's going to be a huge life update coming very soon if it all goes correctly. But yeah, so I feel like the last video or the last episode, I don't know if I did another one before that, but the last episode I definitely talked more about my relationship with God and trusting his timing. And I don't know if I ever mentioned like the relationship I have with him before that episode. If not, perfectly fine, whatever. But this episode, we're also going to be talking about God and the plan that he has for your life and why he has a plan for your life. Obviously, he has a plan for every single person. And I think some people wonder why, like, everybody's life isn't perfect. But I'm going to tell you something. God has a plan for you, but it also dictates the life, like, the right choices or the wrong choices that you make. So he's going to line a path for you, but there's also going to be other options because the devil and the world has other options that you can choose. And unless you choose his option that will dictate the end of your life, that will glorify him and have you live through him and have him live through you to be around other people, unless you make those decisions that are based on him, your life is going to showcase the devil or showcase the world. And I'm not saying that you have to, like, I'm not telling you how to live your life, not at all. But I'm also saying God has a plan for you. And if you do not like your life, you can always switch it around. If you do not like certain aspects of your life, you can always switch it around. You can always do everything possible to make your life the best life that you will ever have. So there's this audio that I found on TikTok right before recording this episode, and honestly, it was the whole reason why I was recording this episode, because all week I've been like, what am I going to record? What am I going to just showcase for this week, I guess. I don't really think showcase is the right word. But anyways, what was this episode going to be? And nothing came to mind. Nothing really inspired me. And this is a passion project. I do not want to post something that I don't like and that I don't resonate with. And honestly, there might be a few things that I don't say correctly in these episodes. I'm still learning. It's still a work in progress. Every single day is a work in progress in my life and honestly a bunch of other lives. But the point is, this audio is the thing that inspired me to record this episode, and it's literally everything. So I'm gonna have you guys listen to it. It's on TikTok, and it's just everything. So let's listen to it. Let me find it first because I don't know where it went. Okay, yep, we got it. Here's the audio. I really hope that you guys enjoy it, and we might have to take a few takes if it's not sounding right, but here we go.
When God calls you to something, he has already considered who you are. You have to keep in mind that when God calls you to something, he has already considered who you are. God created you. He knit you together in your mother's womb. He breathed life into you for such a time as this, and there is a part of you that's made in his image that he wants to get through to the world. So if he's called you, he knows that. He knows exactly who you are. He knows exactly what you're running from. And yet he still meets you where you are, and he says, we got a place to go.
That audio is literally everything. I can tell you so many times in my life I chose the wrong decision. I'm 20 and I have so much more wisdom than a lot of other people my age. I have so much more joy and peace and happiness and grace than a lot of other people my age. I'm sorry that I'm being a little bit slow, and sorry that I'm taking a lot of deep breaths and I'm literally tearing up right now. But from being a depressed 15-year-old to being a joyful and happy 20-year-old, I never thought I would make it to this day. I never thought I would make it to having the social media platforms that I have. I never thought I would make it to recording a podcast episode to share my struggle. And my camera stopped recording, so we're gonna have to pause this episode for a minute. Alright, we are back. But just thinking back to 5 years ago, there were so many moments where the devil was winning. So many moments where the world was winning. And so many moments where God was not. I've grew up in a Christian household. I've grown up, the words aren't really working tonight. But I've grown up in that aspect. And I've grew up in a church that I absolutely love, and I work there now. I'm around those people almost 24/7, and I absolutely love it. But hearing that audio hit deep, because so many people, including me, will dim their light to fit into those people around them when they know deep down, when I knew deep down, that those were not my people. Hiding behind closed doors, I would ask myself constantly, what are you doing? Why are you doing this with your life? Your life is supposed to look completely different, and if it doesn't fit in with these people that are around you that you grew up with, then who cares? But when everybody else was around, I was a completely different person than the person I knew that I was supposed to be. Thinking back now, I wish I would have told my younger self, be you. It's okay to be different. It's okay to stand out. Be you. And if you don't have people who are willing to support you and who are willing to love you for the person that you are, then one day, I promise you, you will find them. It's okay to be different. It's okay to not fit in, but it's not okay to dim your light. It's not okay to dim the light that God gave you. If you are not living the life that God has planned for you, then you are doing something wrong. And I'm sorry if that's hard to hear, but it's the truth. If you're not showing up constantly for God, and if you're not showing up constantly 100% authentic to you, then you are dimming the light that you were born with. You are dimming the light that 4-year-old you wish that you would show more. Because when you were 4 years old, you didn't care what anybody had to say about you. You didn't care anything. You were just you. So many people just wish that they were different. They wish that they fit in. They wish that they liked the same music as somebody. They wish that they would wear the same clothes as somebody else. They wish that the guys would recognize them. They wish, all of these things. But I am telling you, when you start to believe in yourself, when you start to shine your light instead of dimming it, when you start to truly believe that God has a plan for you and that you show up every single day for Him and for His plan and for Him to live through you, to be influencing other people in the best way possible, when you start shining your light and you start living for God and living out His plan for you, watch your life change. There is nothing more special than to 100% shine your light. There is nothing more special than to just trust in Him, live through Him, let Him live through you. I am telling you, please, just one, send this to other people because they need to hear it. But two, quit dimming your light. Shine the light that you were born with. Make the right decisions. Learn from the past mistakes and move forward. If there are things that are not resonating right with you, that God keeps telling you, like, hey, get out of this situation, your life will be better in the long run without this whole situation going on like it has been. If there are those things going on in your life, listen to them. For example, my ex, I had multiple times where I told people that I wasn't sure if I wanted to stay in the relationship. Multiple times. For multiple different reasons, but multiple times. And every single time, I was so scared that there was nobody else out there for me. I was so scared that I wouldn't be seen as a worthy person because I didn't have a boyfriend, or I wasn't getting engaged, or I wasn't getting married. For a very long time, I stayed in a situation that I knew I was not supposed to be in. I knew God was talking to me multiple times. Like, get out. That's not your person. That's not who you want your children's father to be. Get out. Obviously, eventually, he broke up with me. And, I could have continued to text him and try and talk to him and try and go see him. But I decided to walk away. I decided that God has a better plan for me. I decided that my life was worth more of me being happy than me being stagnant and scared and okay with the situation, but not fully happy. So I decided that I was walking away and that I was fully shining the light that God gave me and fully representing Him. Deep breath. I want people to know that it is 110 million%, billion, trillion, whatever the highest number ever possible is, infinity. It is infinity okay to shine your light and to let God lead you and to let God show you His plans that He has for you. Let's listen to this audio one more time. Alexa, be quiet, okay? Thank you. But we're going to listen to this audio one more time, and the episode is going to be over. And if you guys want this audio, like if you want to use it for something, go my TikTok. I will make sure that I post a TikTok with this audio. So make sure to go check it out. But here is the audio one more time.
You have to keep in mind that when God calls you to something, he has already considered who you are. God created you. He knit you together in your mother's womb. He breathed life into you for such a time as this. And there is a part of you that's made in his image that he wants to get through to the world. So if he's called you, he knows that. He knows exactly who you are. He knows exactly what you're running from. And yet he still meets you where you are. And he says, we got a place to go.
That literally hit so freaking deep. If you're going through something and you feel you need forgiveness, you feel you need to change your path, you feel like you have not been living the life that you're meant to be living through God, and you feel like there's so many better situations out there for you, pray. Talk to somebody. Message me, seriously, on like social media somewhere. Message me, comment somewhere, just be like, hey, can you send me a message? Here's my Instagram, whatever, and I will. And I promise you that the moment you decide and the moment you start taking the action, your life will change. Decide, take action, start living for him, and I promise your happiness, your joy, your peace, your goals, your plan for life will change. I don't know why I'm crying so much. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm literally tearing up so badly throughout this episode. This has never happened. And of course, it's the first time I ever video it to post it on my YouTube channel. But that's really it for this episode. I just really was so inspired by that audio. So make sure after you listen to this, share it with anybody that you think needs to hear it, and go shine your light. If you don't fit in, you fit in with God, and that's all that matters. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out the show notes. Make sure to message me if you need somebody to talk to. Make sure if you want that audio, go check out my TikTok, and I will make sure that I have a TikTok up with the audio over it. But yeah, that's it for this episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next week for another episode and hopefully the big life update.